Behold.
Don't be surprised.
Oh!
It's less cinematic.
Not for financial responsibility.
Woo!
All right. Well, welcome back to Taskmaster, where our contestants here are in contention for these great prizes here. Also, John Landis is here. We are going to head into our next task. Before everyone did their task the day that we filmed, I gave them the advice to be themselves and approach it the way they most naturally would. Let's see what advice they had for us. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Gracie.
Hello.
Another task.
All right, let's see what we're getting into.
Write down the best single sentence piece of advice.
You have 2 minutes.
Your time starts now.
As always, there's like a Sunday school escape option here.
My brain is blank.
There's lots of silly quotes.
Oh, advice about what?
And even the cliches are like leaving my brain right now.
Oh, I could go 2 different ways with this.
I'm just gonna write a sentence because I'm scared.
Could go economic, buy low, sell high.
Yeah, alright.
While you have time, we're gonna draw a smiley face.
Don't know what it means. No, I do know what it means. I do.
Oh.
Oh boy. Oh no.
Oh, it's just here. It's just now. Okay.
Oh, man.
Oh, okay. Oh no. Oh goodness. Oh.
Create the best visual representation of your advice.
Your creation may not include written or spoken word.
You have 10 minutes. Your time starts now.
Do I get the crayons back or do I just use the Sharpie?
Do you have a basketball hoop?
So a bit of a bait and switch here. I asked them to write down a piece of advice, then gave a follow-up task to create the best visual representation of that advice that they could come up with. So what we're going to do, we're going to see what their visual representation is. Maybe give people a chance to shout out any guesses that they might have as to what this is representing. Whether or not it's guessed correctly won't necessarily mean that they get the most points, but it might be a context with which to judge. First of all, we are going to see EJ. Any idea what that would have been representing?
Any other guesses? Don't waste water in dead grass. Water your grass. Lots of grass themed. Any other thoughts? Yeah, Rocky just said grass is greener where you water it. I'm thinking that sounds pretty accurate. How do we find out?
Let's find out.
The grass is greener where you water it.
1 point to Rocky.
All right, next we have Devin, who created this photo.
All right, any guesses? Go for it, Liam. Go to Burger King? I don't know. It sounds like pretty solid advice, especially from a guy wearing a Burger King crown right now. Any other thoughts? I am gonna go with Burger King. I'm saying I think that Liam's Burger King advice is the directive from Devin.
Listen to Jesus. He is the ultimate taskmaster. Yeah, I hope that's not heresy.
Well, that was both spiritual and original.
All right, here is John. The artwork is quality, but what does it mean?
Oh, so take the plank out of your eye when you see before criticizing the speck in another's eye? That sounds like... Oh, just point it out? I truthfully don't know what he's pointing at. Let's find out.
You are not responsible for managing other people's emotional responses to you. If they are mad, let them be mad. If they were hurt, accept that they were hurt. Do not try to fix the emotion, accept it, and move on with them.
I do it.
Such beautiful advice. Was that included in your letter that has been submitted as a prize also? No? More golden wisdom on the way then, I suppose, for whoever wins. Could be you, John.
Not gonna be me.
All right, next up, Tracy with another photo submission. Any guesses what this is here?
Okay, so we got one for the best is yet to come. It appears that there are some words here, some letters.
The exact wording here is creation may not include written or spoken words.
And Tracy has made the case that is, what did you say, sculpted?
Sculpted, like a diagram, yeah.
You know a little about the history of the written word.
Mhm.
How were people like first writing stuff down?
They're carving into things, maybe.
Oh, carving into things. One might say that is similar to sculpting, no?
That's
well,
up to
we'll think
you.
about that. Let's find out what the advice is first.
So I followed it as instructions. So I wrote verbatim, the best single sentence piece of advice. You have 2 minutes. Your time starts now.
So it wasn't advice.
No, the task was write, and then everything else I wrote after that.
The task itself was an instruction that I followed.
So where is single sentence piece of advice?
I had a time limit, so it was a visual representation.
All right, we'll
And
take
that's
this
what
into
we got.
consideration. We'll take it into consideration.
All right, and lastly, we have Hans. Any guesses?
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Yeah.
Oh, that would have been better advice.
Ignore the haters is what I thought it was, quite honestly.
Don't keep score, but score as high as you can.
Interesting. All right.
Yeah, so it's time to score. So this is really your discretion here. They did get 2 tasks, one to give the best advice and one to create the best visual representation. So you could score a combination of the.
So you're saying if I score them separately, then you will add them together and you will figure out the points? Correct. Okay, great. All right. Well, if that's the case, let's talk about the piece of advice. Tracy, yours was the best.
No, I wrote the task as an instruction, so it wasn't a piece of advice, but exactly how the instructions were presented to me.
Great. Well, we all know that I do not love technicalities, so unfortunately, Tracy, I am taking yours as advice and considering it the worst and not the best. So for best piece of advice, Tracy, 1 point. Let's go with, you know, John, yours was beautiful advice, but if it had been more succinct, that would be perhaps better. So 2 points. We are going with, Devin, you did seem a little bit concerned that yours might be heresy, so we're going to award a sweet 3 points to that. I'm going to go with Hans for 4 and EJ with 5 because I liked the beautiful, simple poetry and sentiment behind hers. All right, now for best visual recreation, so many different mediums employed. I really liked the acting it out. I appreciate Devin's mixed media. So actually, that bumped it up quite a bit for me. Devin, I don't know why I feel like 4 points for you. John, yours was just a drawing, so I'm going to go with 1. I liked the acting it out, but they were both fairly similar. There was a good bit of energy behind Hans, so let's give Hans 1 more than EJ. And, ooh, unfortunately, it leaves me to figure out what to do with the best. Oh, unfortunately, I'm going to do double last for Tracy on this one. So sorry, Tracy. So what does that mean for us points-wise, Ben?
In last place, we have Tracy. So 1 point for Tracy. John in second last place, 2 points. Tied for first place, EJ and Hans with 5 points each. So the question is, do you want to give Devin 3 or 4 points?
Devin is holding up the number 4. We'll go with 4. Devin can have 4.
Thank you, Chef.
Very good. We're going to see a task that I gave to all the contestants except for one. Devin.
Ben. Hello. Okay.
Fancy seeing you here.
All right, there's a pen here.
Set a task for a mystery contestant.
That ends with the phrase, fastest wins, your time starts now.
When the mystery contestant completes each task, task-setting contestants will be scored
According to whose task takes closest to 1 minute to complete.
In writing your task, you may not reference the secret goal of getting closest to a minute.
You have 10 minutes to write the task.
Your time starts now.
starts now.
Now.
Okay.
So what we have here is our contestants minus John were given the instruction to set a task that would take closest to 1 minute, and John was the contestant who actually did those tasks. So the good news and bad news, John, the bad news is you will not be receiving points for those tasks as completed, but you will have the chance to earn points by correctly guessing which of your fellow contestants set each one.
Oh, boy.
The remaining 4 will get 4 to 1 points based on how close to 1 minute it took John to complete their tasks.
And just as a refresher, John was told to complete each of these as fast as possible. We'll see how the tasks stacked up in getting closest to a minute.
Using the pen provided, make 300 tally marks on the sheet of paper in groups of 5, like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You will finish with 60 sets of 5 marks. Fastest wins. Your time starts now. 60 sets of 5 marks. Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. 15, 20, 25, 30, 40, 45. Over there. Starting from the corner of this garage, collect and return a leaf from the tallest tree in the yard. No running, jogging is permitted. Fastest wins. Your time starts now from the highest tree in the yard. What's the highest one? That one? Or is it that one? This one's already on the ground. Didn't say anything about picking it. Didn't say anything about people. These shoes are very water permeable. Where am I? Who are you? What have you done with Brunhilde? Official task. Find the heaviest item you can and successfully take it down the slide with you. You will receive 1 bonus point for every pound the item weighs. Fastest wins. Your time starts now. Heaviest item that I can take down the slide with me. I mean, I could just do the thing again where it's like, heaviest thing. Ben, do you want to go down the slide with me? So, here we go.
Oh, time.
Yay! Delta. I didn't rip it. On this clothesline pole, you will find a foxtail and an airplane. Your task is to throw both the foxtail and the airplane through the snake loop from behind this pole. Only the nose of the plane must go through. Fastest wins. Your time starts now. Okay, so I get multiple attempts. Really love this. Delta, don't fail me now. Still failing me, Delta. Alright. Doesn't say I can't use other people. I can throw it to Ben, and then Ben can throw it through. Attempt to throw this to Ben.
All right, so first things first, John, time to guess who you think set each task for you. The task of writing a bunch of tally marks. Who do you think set that one?
Okay, okay. Tally marks, tally marks, tally marks, tally marks. I'm gonna go with Tracy for the tally marks.
Okay. Who do you think set the leaf collecting task?
Oh man, purely on vibes, Devin.
Who do you think set the slide task?
Oh man, okay, EJ.
EJ. And who do you think set the plane and
I think
tail?
that was Hans.
You think that was Hans? All right. So 1 point for John. EJ did set the slide task.
Great.
The tally task was set by Hans. The leaf collecting task, Tracy. And the plane snake throwing task, Devin.
Wow.
So 1 point for John, but let's see how everyone else did. With the time of 2 minutes and 55 seconds to complete, Devin's task of throwing the planes and such will win 1 point. With a time of 2 minutes and 4 seconds to go to the slide and head down, EJ wins 2 points. Now Hans and Tracy, only 5 seconds split their tasks. A minute 14 versus a minute 19. And so with the maximum 4 points, we have Tracy. 3 points for Hans.
Now, Don, as we wait on the next task, I would love to know which of those do you think was most up to the standard of Ben's task writing?
Okay, I was confused going through the process why some of them were kind of interesting.
Which one were you most convinced was Ben? Which one least made you wonder what's going on here?
Not the leaf, not the tally marks. Probably the slide.
You know, I'd like to give a bonus point to that person for having the most convincing task.
The snake hoop thing was really throwing me off.
Oh no. All right.
You start?
Without touching or moving your blindfold.
Arrange the items on the plates in the color of a rainbow.
Indigo not included. Roy G.
The most accurate rainbow arrangement wins. If there is a tie, fastest wins.
When you are finished, remove your blindfold.
Your time starts when Ben says bon appetit.
There is food. I'm just excited.
Okay. So,
Blindfold yourself here.
I don't. Am I supposed to put it on?
You can put it on.
I'll put it on. Okay. All right.
All right. Bon appetit. Bon appetit.
all right.
Bon appetit. Bon appetit.
Oh, okay. To, like, guess the color and then arrange it?
So they had 6 food items to arrange in the color of a rainbow. One point of clarification for the viewers, it's a little bit hard to see, but the bell pepper is yellow and the popsicle is orange, so you can keep that in mind as we move through. We are going to get started with the ladies plus Devin. Minus Devin, it's EJ and Tracy. All right, bon appetit.
Ew. I have no idea what flavor this is.
Oh, okay. Oh, but I can like eat to figure it out. I think this is orange.
Because I think these are sour cream and onion chips, and chips are more yellow, but the bag is definitely green, so that's gonna throw me off.
It could be so many different colors. I'm gonna guess that's red.
This, I'm pretty sure, is a Granny Smith. And it's a pretty good one at that.
If that's already red, then this is probably green.
Pretty sure this is a Coke. Unless it's Pepsi. Ooh, let me check.
Wonder if this is Mountain Dew.
It feels a little too carbonated to be Pepsi. I'm gonna go with Coke.
These are grapes. This is. How do I miss my mouth when I'm blindfolded? Will there be popsicles? Oh gosh, I don't know. We're gonna. I think it would make sense that the grapes are purple.
These are frozen grapes, and I'm guessing that that's the purple based on the other flavors. I'm gonna guess this is an orange pepper, because that makes the most sense. And this mystery ice pop, I have no idea what this flavor is. Now it just tastes like pepper though.
Ah, dang. Not even close. Okay. Why did I think this? It's crazy how not seeing it messes up your taste. I thought that was Mountain Dew. I don't drink Mountain Dew or Coca-Cola, so I don't know, man.
What flavor is this supposed to be?
Orange.
You're right. That's orange juice.
So the final scores there, EJ had 206 correct, the green apple and the purple grapes, and Tracy added Coke to the mix, correctly guessed, for 3 out of 6. So yeah, pretty middle of the pack, decent performances. Any thoughts on your thought process or experience throughout that task?
It's harder than it looks.
Yeah, the frozen orange juice popsicle stumped me the hardest. As you could see, it tasted like water.
Yeah, and I was very ready for people to think that the Coke was Pepsi. Had a Mountain Dew guess. You know, ready. I totally anticipated people might think the Doritos were orange or red. Sour cream and onions. So got some fun, unexpected results. So the next 2 contestants shared an interesting approach to some degree. We're going to see John and Hans. Bon appetit.
That is Coke. This could be. Okay, so if that's red, this has got to be orange or yellow.
Apple, this is either green or red. Pepper, this is either green or red. Or yellow, or orange. Dang it. For some reason I feel like these are Fritos. It could be chips. No, there's triangles.
Oh, this is great. Also tricky. This would be green, I suppose, too. It's not Pepsi, is it? No, it's not. The apple is yellow. That is the question, is whether this is purple or this is purple.
Can of something. Popsicle. These feel like grapes.
Although I guess like the apple could be green and like one of these could be yellow. This feels like a Doritos bag, so this is either purple or blue or red. I've never seen the purple Doritos in this size, but I'm just gonna guess that these are blue.
These are Cool Ranch Doritos because I can't think of anything else that would be blue. So, an apple do you feel like? You're not a Red Delicious. You could be a giant Granny Smith, which would make you green.
What am I doing? Are these cherries? I don't know what to do. I mean, they're not green. Let's try it this way.
Just on instinct, this is an orange pepper. The apple is going green.
Let's see if I... Oh yeah, that's a yellow apple. I think.
And this is yellow. No idea.
Oh! Did I taste this? I didn't.
No.
Ah. No, these are red grapes. I can't believe I thought they were cherries. So really, it should be like...
Yeah.
I also didn't open the Doritos. I don't know what I was doing. I was like, and I could have at least eliminated green with the pepper. I'm confident this is not going to be most accurate.
Ugh.
Pepper is yellow, the popsicle is orange. Otherwise, you're correct.
Cool.
At any point, did it cross your mind that you could taste them?
You did say bon appetit.
You know, without eating it, you did pretty well, though.
So, in spite of taking the touch-only approach, John is our current leader with 4 out of 6 correct. Hans also 3 out of 6. So between he and Tracy, it came down to time. One of their times was 4 minutes and 2 seconds. The other was 4 minutes and 30 seconds. With 4 minutes and 2 seconds was Hans. So Hans gets the edge over Tracy here. And that just leaves us with Devin.
Why are you laughing? It's complete random chance. I can sense color. Don't be surprised when I win this one. I'm so scared. Okay. It just tastes blue. Put it there for now. You don't know where the top side is. Oh. This must be violet then. Because this is blue. That's blue ranch. Or not blue ranch. Blue ranch. Oh. Okay. That's a pepper. The red ones are spicier, I think. And the green ones are also spicy. Oh crap, there's orange and yellow ones of these. This tastes yellow. This tastes yellow. Feels like an apple. Let's give it a taste. G is here. Okay. What is this? Okay. That's orange. I hope to eat more of this later. Oh. Red. Orange popsicle. Yellow pepper, because red is already taken, orange is already taken. Green is taken by this green. Blue is blue Doritos. Indigo or violet, blueberries. Alright, I'm done. Hey. Those are not blueberries, those are grapes.
All the same, 100% correct. At a time of 4 minutes and 30 seconds.
My favorite part of Devin's was the flawless identification of, and this green is taken by green.
All 6 correct for Devin. Absolutely smashed that one. I'm going to tally up the scores here. And then we're going to head into our live task to wrap up the show. All right, so heading into our finals task, the scores are as follows. In last place, John has 19 points. With 22 points, we have Tracy with 24 points. EJ, 25 points, Devin, And a 2-point lead, 27 points, is for Hans. So there is still much at stake with one task to go. We're going to take a few moments to set this up and then commence. Would anyone like to read out the final task? Step up to the podium and do it.
Bluff the Taskmaster by drinking either water or vinegar. If the Taskmaster correctly guesses which item you drank, you are eliminated. If you stump the Taskmaster, you advance to the next round.
All right, so here down below we have several cups, some filled with water, some with white vinegar. They are labeled W for water and V for vinegar. So we are going to start off with the person in the current lead. They're going to go first. And, oh, hey, look, it is Four Socks Day! So, Hans, you will go first. You will choose one of the cups, take a sip, and try to convince the Taskmaster that you are drinking the opposite of what the actual substance is.
It's a classic game of real bluff or double bluff or triple bluff. All right, Hans making direct eye contact. Oh, flinched. I think Hans, rather stoically, has ingested the vinegar.
Is she correct?
Water.
Hans advances to the next round.
All right, Devin has correctly identified 6 foods based on taste and color.
Oh my God. I don't know what I picked.
So Devin is going for the strategy of if he does not know what he picked, then normal eye. Now the horrible face would have me convinced that that was a double bluff, but the saliva afterward makes me wonder, was it vinegar? Water.
All right, EJ has selected her vessel. All right, well, I've been wrong twice in a row, thinking that they were pretending it wasn't vinegar. So I'm going to go with water.
Dang, yep. I wasn't drinking vinegar.
Amazing performance. If anyone is capable of drinking vinegar and showing no change, I'm going to say it's Tracy, and I think it was vinegar. Finally, John, before we begin round 2. I'm going to guess it was vinegar.
EJ, Tracy, and John have been eliminated and will receive 1 point each. Hans and Devin will continue until we have a single winner.
All right. The pain in your eyes. I am going to say it was vinegar.
This time it was.
Oh, great.
Stump the Taskmaster for the win.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna look this time.
All right, you're in your Cheerio crock.
I am.
Those could be gone.
You know, come up here and you do this.
You seem rather disturbed by that water you drank.
Water.
Oh, what do we do now?
All right, so we're going to go again. We're going to keep going.
All right, Hans has taken a similar approach each time. And I still have no idea what's behind that face. I'm going to say water. Yep. Excellent. This is it. This is for keeping the Cheerio Crocs. Lots of mixed emotions. I think it's vinegar. Water!
All right, so Devin wins 5 points for the live task. Hans takes away 3, 1 for the rest. Let's reset up our chairs and see how that affects the final scores. We have a tie for first place, which means we're going to head into our tiebreaker. So we will see everyone's attempts here, but obviously it only really matters for Devin and Hans. All right, let's see how this goes.
All right.
Land this ball closest to the flag from the farthest distance. The distance you are from the target when you throw will be divided by the distance the ball is from the target when it stops.
Highest score wins. You have 1 attempt and may only touch the green part of this object. Okay.
You have 3 minutes to make your shot. Your time starts now.
Oh, I've never thrown one of these before.
All right, I'm gonna need a second to process.
I figure this is kind of a go big or go home kind of adventure for me.
This is the part that I can touch.
That's gonna work.
Math is a long time ago.
Trying to work with angle. Oh, I went a little bit further than I was hoping.
Nope, that's not it. Oh well. I had 1 chance to do that, right?
That's correct.
Oh well.
Look at that roll.
Honestly, I probably could have gotten it closer just by touching the green.
So Devin went back 674 inches from the flag before his throw, and Hans chose a distance of 1,327 inches. Devin landed his 56 inches away from the flag, while Hans landed his 110 inches away from the flag. But with the highest score, and determining our grand Taskmaster champion, the best score out of the 2 was Hans Schenk, our winner.
Well, what have we learned today? We've learned that John's fingers are better at identifying foods than most people's tongues. We've learned, in the words of Devin, that the tractor is yellow. Woo! We've learned that stink bug carcasses are orange. We learned that EJ doesn't drink Coke or eat Doritos, or at least that's a great excuse. And most of all, we've learned that Hans is this year's Taskmaster champion. Once again, let's give him a round of applause for Hans.